I said, yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Amber. This is Amber's Logic. Got a new video for you today. We talking about the Bucks, this head coaching search, and that's all we talking about today. But before we get started, y'all know the spiel. Comment, like, subscribe, and share this electrifying content with the people. Yo, it is so much going on with this Bucks coaching search. It seems like they're interviewing every and anybody. I want to put my hat in the ring for the next Bucks head coach. But I understand being thorough. I understand that you want to leave no stone unturned. But it's just like people are coming out of the woodwork now as far as being options for the Bucks head coach. I know that Scott Brooks is high on the Bucks list. I know Monty Williams is high on the Bucks list. But then we have, I'm hearing Doc Rivers is a dark horse candidate. I'm hearing that because of Kelvin Sampson's connection to the Bucks, that he's a valuable candidate. It seems like I haven't heard anything recently about Nick Nurse being interviewed. I'm not really sure what the approach is, besides like maybe they're trying to interview as many people as possible and then kind of narrow it down to who they want. I don't think the Bucks should rush who the head coach is going to be, but I think there needs to be some type of parameters in what's going on for who's going to be the next Bucks head coach. So that's what we're going to talk about. I want to know what y'all think about the most recent candidates. We know all the Nick Nurses and all that, but let's talk about what's come up recently. We're talking about Scott Brooks has I guess he left a very good impression on the Bucks. So let's talk about Scott Brooks. Let's talk about Kelvin Sampson because of his connection to the Bucks, and let's talk about Monty Williams as an option too. And then we got Doc Rivers. Like this is crazy. Like this might be the most interesting thing going on in the NBA besides the playoffs is who the Bucks are gonna get for their next head coach. We got the John Morant thing going on, but you know that's just knucklehead stuff. There's no reason to discuss that. Besides that, the Bucks and what we doing for our head coach, I feel like is the hottest topic in the NBA. Would y'all agree, Bucks Nation? I think it's important that who the Bucks are about to get as their next head coach, because that's what's going to kind of determine the path that we go as far as with trades, with keeping the team intact and things of that nature. So I'm very intrigued by this process. But I do like that they're interviewing multiple candidates. I do like that because you do want to make your next move your best move. You feel what I'm saying, y'all? So I'm not upset, but I just kind of want to see what the path is. We're interviewing a lot of assistant coaches. We're interviewing a lot of coaches as well that don't have championship experience. And I wonder, does that bother y'all at all? Do you think we should be looking more at coaches that have won championships, or is that not a big deal? Or are you guys more concerned as far as with the coach just being able to make adjustments? Are we at that point where we don't care if you won a championship or not? We just want you to be able to make adjustments. It's also seemed to cool off as well for the I can't remember his name. Y'all tell me in the chat. There was the assistant coach for the Miami Heat that I thought was on fire for a minute as far as an option for the Bucks. But I'm assuming that's cooled off because I haven't heard about him now in a couple of days. So we're gonna see what happens. Like I'm really intrigued by this approach. But let's get into the chat and see what's going on. First of all, shout out to the chat. Shout out to Bucks Nation. Y'all know y'all in the right place. When we talk about this Bucks stuff, this is the channel you need to be at. Salute to the chat. Let's go through the chat and get a shout out so y'all know how we do it. Kenny Mack in the house. They was just talking about how close Nick Nurse can be Milwaukee Bucks next head coach. I love it. But they haven't interviewed Nick Nurse yet, Kenny Mack. That's my concern. At least interview him before somebody else snatches up Nick Nurse. That's my concern. That's my concern, bro. Big Ken 87, what's good, bro? Yo, not going to sleep this time. I appreciate you in the building, bro. Always appreciate you here. My guy, the truth. I've been hearing Monty Williams and Scott Brooks are Bucks management favorites. I've heard that as well. But then I'm seeing stuff like this though, to the truth. Check this out now. Look at this. Let's look at this. Look at this. Look at this headline. Doc Rivers has emerged as a sleeper candidate for the Milwaukee Bucks head coaching job. How do y'all feel about that? It's just so many rumors and stuff swirling around about the Bucks. It's crazy. This just came out today about Doc Rivers. I'm not too big on Doc Rivers. I feel like he's been living off that 2008 championship for a long time. He ain't caught no new body in over a decade. I don't know if he is the right guy. I don't know if I want him in there. Humilidon from Puerto Rico. What's good, bro? What up? He said, what up, Bucks Nation from Puerto Rico? Yes, sir. Shout out to Puerto Rico. Humilidon said Nick Nurse is close. But I haven't seen that he was interviewed yet. I guess that's my concern. Dark Kent said, I look at the coaching search as a process and want to put the right guy in there, I suppose. I agree. No, I agree. I don't think they're doing anything wrong by this extensive search and leaving no stone unturned. My problem is I don't want us to miss a good option because we're taking too long with the process. You know what I'm saying? Study long, sometimes you study wrong. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my concern. And there's just so many different rumors swirling around. You know what I'm saying? The Scott Brooks, an assistant coach of the Portland Trailblazers, left a strong impression on the Milwaukee Bucks. That's a heavy word when somebody says strong impression. That let me feel like Scott Brooks is in the driver's seat. That's what I feel like with that type of statement. I feel like he's in the driver's seat. Because I haven't heard them say anything like that about any other coaching candidates. Kenny Mack said Nick Nurse is the favorite. Jalen Rose and Stephen A. Smith like this. Just heard him talk about it. Okay. I want Nick Nurse, but I'm just saying they're saying that, but the Bucks haven't said they've interviewed him. They haven't really elaborated on that. We're hearing media pundits and analysts say that, but I want to hear from the Bucks. My man Kenny Mack said hit the like button. Yes, please. My boy 7Z in the house. It's not going to be Nick Nurse. They didn't give him an interview. That's the thing, 7Z. I don't know how he's a favorite and he hasn't been interviewed yet. I'm not sure how that works. I agree. Christian said, I said yo. Christian, I said yo. What's good, Christian? Good to see you in the chat, bro. Humilidon said Adrian was talking about Nurse and the Bucks. Okay. Boots, good, interesting comment. I wouldn't mind some new blood or a new coach. That is another thing I wanted to talk about. Great comment, Boots. I know where you're coming from that. So my thing is, do you guys want to keep retreading coaches that have been canned, or would you guys want something fresh and new, somebody that hasn't been fired and had multiple jobs and still getting opportunities? Do you guys want fresh blood? Do you guys want somebody maybe with a little bit less head coaching experience? Would you guys be interested in the Sam Cassell? Would you be interested in this, like the assistant coach for the Heat, or do you want a proven commodity at this point for the Bucks? Y'all let me know in the comment section. Shout out to Boots. 7Z said Nick Nurse is likely going to be the Suns coach. D'Antoni is going to be the 76ers coach. Word? Interesting. Humilidon said, I say yo. I said yo. What's good, bro? Daniel Orr said, laughing out loud, everyone wants to be the Bucks coach. It seems like that, right? It seems like everybody want to be the Bucks coach. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. But you got to look. We have a lot of potential. We're only 2 years removed from a championship. We have a superstar in his prime. We do have movable pieces. I don't think this is a bad job for any coach. We're coming off the best record in the NBA. I think this is a great opportunity for any head coach to try to coach the Bucks, in my opinion. I mean, there's always different reports. The Kelvin Sampson. What do y'all feel about Kelvin Sampson? Do you think he has a shot at all? He has connection to the Bucks. What do y'all think about Kelvin Sampson? Okay, 7Z said the Bucks owners are being cheap and not going to pay a big name. I don't know if they have a choice. Kenny Mack said, I just want the Bucks to surprise me, but then again, I won't be surprised. Hilarious. Lee Bruce, where's the Villanova head coach at? Yeah, like we were talking about him. I don't know, y'all. What was it? We were talking about the Villanova head coach. What, about a week ago? And I haven't heard anything since. But he's a proven winner. I know that. I wouldn't mind him at least getting an interview. I forgot his name though, but shout out to him. Yeah, that is. It's Jay something. Yeah, you're right, Lee Bruce. I just don't remember the last name, but he's a winner. Nabel, what's good, bro? Yo, what up? What up, Nabel? Good to have you in the chat, bro. Kenny Mack said, I like Kelvin Sampson. Yeah, I think he's solid. He got a good background. Booth said, Heat assistant still available. I believe so. I haven't heard anybody hire him yet. I think he's still available. Lee Bruce said, oh, yeah, Jay Wright. That's his name. That's his name. Yep. Good looking. Good looking, Lee Bruce. Humilidon said, I think the Nassus is going to be the Bucks coach. Hilarious. Hilarious. Shout out to Humilidon. Kenny Mack said, I take Chris Quinn, the assistant for Miami. He's coming from good pedigree. If he's underneath Spo and been paying attention to Spo, and let's be clear. In the current playoffs, Eric Spoelstra is the best head coach. Is that fair to say? So I wouldn't mind his top assistant being our coach. If he's 80% of what Spoelstra is, that would be a huge upgrade for Budenholzer. Let's be clear. All right, let's get this going. Oh, that's a lot of comments in here. Okay, let me go through these comments, y'all. Gibson Nicholas said, we need to get Chris Quinn from the Heat. I think he's a solid option just because of the umbrella he's coming under. I think he's definitely a solid option. Definitely. Christian said, just watching the Heat Celtics game just hit me again, bro. We should be there, man. Yeah, we should. Shout out to Bud for sabotaging his team's championship hopes. Literally. What? Kenny Mack said Jay Wright retired. He not coach anymore? Are you sure, Kenny Mack? Is that for sure? Sanju Tay said, no Doc Rivers, please. Yeah, I'm cool on Doc Rivers, bro. I'm actually cool on Doc Rivers. 7C, the Bucks don't want Nick Nurse or Becky Hammond. Why, though? You got any more details about that, 7Z? Elaborate on that, bro. Booth said, I like Doc, but isn't he 0-9 in Game 7? He has a terrible record in Game 7. I don't know if it's 0-9, but in his defense, his players have been laying eggs in Game 7s. I mean, Embiid with 15, Harden with like 15. You can't blame that per se on Doc. 7Z said the Bucks head coaching job is number one, right? I agree. Because we only need if we get the right head coach, that's gonna put us over the top. I'm telling y'all, and I'm gonna emphasize this. The Bucks are exactly where kind of like Golden State was when they had Mark Jackson. They fired and brought in Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr just wrapped everything up in a pretty bow and presented it, and that's how they win They started winning more championships. That's what's about to happen with the Bucks. If we get the right head coach in position, banner. I'm telling y'all, because we're right there. We're right there. We've shown. We got the best record multiple years in a row. We just need a coach that's not a moron and knows how to adjust in-game. I'm not talking about post-game. I'm talking about in-game adjustments. Going in at halftime, writing up the exit. Oh, you hold him, you hold him. That's the type of coach we need. We don't need any extravagant coach. Just make adjustments. We'll do the rest. Kenny Mack said Kelvin Sampson is a good coach. That Houston team was pretty good on defense. Agreed. Gibson Nicholas, did Mark Jackson get interviewed yet? I'm not sure, but I know he's definitely up there. 801 Sleepy Z said, hi, what up, 801? I see you change your avatar real quick. Shout out. 7C said at Boots, no, 6-9. Still a losing record. This is a great point. Great point, Kenny Mac. I want a coach that will attract good players. I agree. The right coach will attract the right players. That is a key part in all this too, because we're going to need to attract some free agents. We're going to need to make some trades, and we want to entice the players to want to okay those trades by the coach that we have. So that's a very, very important point. To get the right coach is going to attract the right player. Great point. Great point. I agree. 7Z said that Boost Rivers blew 3 series, 3-1. Yeah, I don't want nobody like that, bro. You blowing 3-1 leads. Nah. Boost said Heat assistant looking pretty good right now with how they're able to turn it on and play. The Heat are the best coach team currently in the playoffs. Not talent, coached. They're clearly outclassed as far as talent against the Celtics. But what they miss for in talent, they make up for in execution and coaching. Spoelstra is putting on an all-time coaching performance this playoff run. If they lose this series, they get to the finals, lose, whatever happens, Spoelstra deserves his flowers. This was an outstanding coaching performance by Spoelstra in this playoff run. Wait a minute, what's good, bro? Get rid of Chris Middleton, please. Oh, don't worry, he on the chopping block, bro. It just matters who we get in for the head coach. He's on a chopping block, bro. Don't even trip. Chris Middleton on a chopping block. And I was hearing from some inside sources, no names will be said, that Chris Middleton and Giannis had a little falling out, to be honest. So I don't think it'll be that impactful to Giannis if we move Chris. So I think he's definitely going to get moved. Patrice Goldberg, what up? Doc Rivers isn't a fit for the Bucks. Yeah, I don't want Doc Rivers. I'm cool. No disrespect to Doc Rivers. I'm just cool. You folded. Your teams have folded too many times for me to trust you with the Bucks and being in charge of the Milwaukee Bucks. And yeah, I'm cool. I'm just cool on dude. No disrespect to Doc Rivers. I'm cool. Lee Bruce, Darvingham would have been nice, yeah, but we can't cry over spilled milk, bro. We got to move forward. We got to find somebody better than Darvingham. We got to find somebody better. Patrice said the Bucks need a coach that will make adjustments and that can get them to another championship. Right, the adjustment thing is most key. But like the other point that was brought up, Patrice, not only is it the adjustments, you want a coach that players like that will attract more players to come want to play for the Bucks. The Truth said, people got to remember before they throwing out coach's name that these coaches have to fit Giannis's playing style. Okay, The Truth, that's a good point, but elaborate. Give us an example of a coach that you don't think would fit Giannis's playing style or Giannis couldn't adjust to. But I like where you're going with that, The Truth. Kenny Mack said Harden got Rivers fired. Yeah, he did. That's the thing. Like, why are you listening to Harden? I'm not going to even just black out on James Harden. You're known for playoff choking. You had 2 big games this postseason, but when your team needed you the most in that game 7 for you to pop 40, you laid an egg. So I don't want to hear nothing about Harden and what he wants. What we want from Harden is for you to be consistent in the playoffs. Man, Harden. You know what? Harden is overrated. Let me just say that now. He's a regular season player. I'm tired of this Harden stuff. If it was up to me, Harden wouldn't have been no top 75 player. You can't be no top 75 player and laying multiple eggs in the postseason. He Budenholzer. You know what? Yeah, James Harden is Budenholzer. All his work is done in the regular season. He's Budenholzer. James Harden is Budenholzer. Harden wants Mike D'Antoni. Who cares? They didn't win nothing together. Then Harden got too much power to be choking in the playoffs. The Truth said Giannis don't need to play like a traditional big. The coaches have to be able to play Giannis at his best ability, not their ability. Fair point. Fair point, The Truth. My boy Dark Kent. Like Kerr, Nick Nurse came in with Dwayne Casey, build the raps up. Don't know what's special about Nurse. What's special about Nurse Dark Kent is his ability to make in-game adjustments. His ability to develop a game plan. Look what he developed, a game plan to shut down Giannis, and then everybody else followed that game plan. Bud, you dummy, you didn't even. Oh God, Bud, we should have more than one banner in Fiserv for. Every time I think about this coaching search, I'm like, this should have happened 2 years ago. This dummy. Oh God, I hate Bud. Oh. He's the reason we don't have more than one banner. It's just him. Damn, Bud. Why did you just quit? You knew you can't do nothing in the playoffs. Got Giannis wasting his time with 31-10 seasons dealing with this moron. What up, Gary Foster? In my opinion, they should have never allowed sport betting. Look rigged to me for. I'm not gonna get into that, but I know what you're saying, and I saw some stuff and some YouTube clips. I don't know, bro, but Tony Jackson said I nominate Amber, bro. You making a lot. I'm just trying to say what the people are, how the people feel, bro. I would definitely take that job, and then I'm gonna have a whole bunch of assistant coaches because I'm going straight to Bucks Nation in this chat. We all getting a bag. We all getting a bag. You know what I'm saying? When somebody got wealth, you share it. You know what I'm saying? Then you get your blessings. All right, 7Z said Nick Nurse and Becky Hammond are top head coach candidates, yet the Bucks haven't interviewed them. Hammond was interviewed by the Bucks back in 2017, but the Bucks hired Bud. Okay. And that is weird. I would have thought by now Nick Nurse would have been interviewed. Something is up with that Nick Nurse. Maybe they know something already, but something is up with the Nick Nurse situation. I agree. That's really strange. That's really strange. Hey, y'all, don't forget about Monty Williams either. Don't forget about Monty Williams. He's still, the Bucks aren't in a rush, but I know Monty Williams is still on that priority list. But I'm going to put him down further if the Bucks don't interview him soon. I feel like somebody like that will get picked up fairly fast. Daniel Orr said Chris needs. Oh yeah, he's gone. I think Chris is pretty much gone, to be honest. Big Ken 87 said keep Doc out of here. I ain't dealing with blowing leads and can't make it. Yeah, Okay, let me ask y'all this: is Doc Rivers actually a better coach than Budenholzer? In reality, is he really a better coach than Budenholzer? Doc Rivers. What does he do better than Budenholzer? I think they're the same type of coach. That's it. One Manila, one white, but they're the same coach to me. That's it. Make sure I get it. Chewy 99, what's good? Chewy 89, my bad, bro. Doc Rivers, yeah. Doc Rivers is overrated to me. Doc Rivers is overrated. Pasamindo, good to see you in the chat, bro. What up, guys? Stuck in the dark because my circuit breaker broke. Oh, all bad, Pasamindo. I hope you get power back soon, bro. Salute. Did you guys see RDC Doc Rivers rant? No, but I'm sure it's funny. No, sir, but I'm sure it's funny. Pasamindo said, what we talking about? Oh, we just talking about head coaching, Pasamindo. We talking about Doc Rivers being overrated. We talking about Scott Brooks has come as a front runner. They're saying Doc Rivers is a sleeper candidate, and Monty Williams is high on the priority list as well. And we still haven't interviewed Nick Nurse. The Truth said, we don't need no system that ain't based around Giannis and running good. I do think we need up-tempo. I am all, the truth, you know this about me, bro. I am all for up-tempo. Giannis is too fast and covers too much ground in a short amount of time for us not to play a faster pace. Like, if it was up to me, I would want to play at the same pace the Sacramento Kings play. That's the way I think we should be running our offense. Pasamindo said Doc is even worse than Bud. You know, there's some validity to that statement, Pasamindo. I don't think that Bud has been blowing 3-1 leads and stuff like that. Yeah, there's validity to that. Kenny Mack. Why won't we interview Sam Cassell? I've heard nothing about good things about Sam Cassell and his coaching abilities. Like he's some type of player whisperer or something like that. 801 Sleepies said maybe they'll trade Middleton on draft night. I think there's going to be some moves made on draft night. I do think that. I do agree with that. Kenny Mack said, nah, Bud better than Doc. Okay. The Truth says Sam Cassell's the wrong coach for Milwaukee. His style fits Drew Holiday, not Giannis. That's the major problem. Okay, what would you consider Sam Cassell's style, The Truth? Gary Foster said Doc Rivers never gonna live down that Ben Simmons crap. Yeah, that definitely tarnished him. Booth said, I think Cassell's one of the better. I do too. And he has Milwaukee ties. I think he should at least get an interview. I think he deserves an interview. Boom! Good point, The Truth. That's very possible. Chris gets dealt on draft night, especially when Charlotte got a 2 and Portland got a 3. That I've been kind of hearing clamorings about that, but not a lot of traction yet. But that's a valid point. Lee Bruce said Doc was right to throw Simmons under the bus. I agree. Simmons is trash. He fell off how Bledsoe did when he left the Bucks. It's not that he fell off, Lee Bruce. The thing with Simmons is he don't love the game like that, bro. He don't have love for the game. He's doing it for the check, the fame, and the crack what he want to crack outside of the basketball court. That's what he's on. He's on the fame, dating Kardashians and all that. He's not on working on his game. How you been in the NBA that long and still don't have some form of a jumper? Some form. Even Giannis has some form of a jumper. Ooh, Kenny Mack. Let me get to that one too. Will they give Mark Jackson a chance to coach again? I think if he says the right things, he'll get a opportunity. Gibson Nicholas. All right, y'all. I'm putting this up. This from Kenny Mack, y'all. Would you trade Holiday and Middleton for Dame draft night? That's a lot to give up for just Dame. I would need more back in return than just Dame. I would need Dame, another good player. I would need Dame and Anthony Simons. I would need their backcourt damn near. Or them and a big man. That's too much to be given up for just Dame. And I love Dame. Y'all know that. But I'm thinking more Chris Middleton, Pat Connaughton, and Grayson for Dame. And we keep Drew. And then Dame and Drew will be our backcourt, moving Drew to the 2. Where he can play defense and not be asked to carry so much of the offensive load. I think that's what happened in that Miami series. He's been playing a lot of minutes. He had to carry the offensive load, play defense. I think he ran out of gas. I really think he ran out of gas. Daniel Orton said they compare Simmons to Giannis. Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. Okay, 7Z said, how do y'all feel about this? Run and gun doesn't work in the playoffs. Giannis needs to be able to score around the basket. No, I agree. I think he should be predominantly around the basket, 7Z. I've said this repeatedly. I don't think Giannis needs to be on the outskirts. He needs to be in the paint in that dotted area. That's where he needs to do his work because nobody can handle him down there. Nobody can handle him down there. Or put Giannis in pick and rolls. Like if we got Dame, how devastating would a Giannis and Dame Lillard pick and roll be? What would you do? What would you do? Think about that, y'all. If we picked up Dame, you got Dame, Giannis in the pick and roll. That's damn near unstoppable in my opinion, y'all. I agree, Dark Kent. I agree. Middleton for Dame is a fair exchange. No robbery. That's what I'm saying. And that's why I said I would even throw in Pat Connaughton or Grayson Allen just to sweeten the pot. But that's a fair trade to me. I agree. And Portland is rebuilding, and Middleton will come off the books. That's a win for them. And they could go get whatever superstar they want with that money. The truth said exactly. Dame is a small point guard that lacks defense, and he's not going to get those touches he gets in Portland around. Yeah. The truth, I understand what you're saying, but I'm telling you, you would see the best version of Dame here in Milwaukee. Dame would get easier looks. He would score easier, and I think he would play his role because he wants to win a championship. He's at the point in his career where it's not about points and touches. It's about winning championships. And what we do know about Dame is we know in the playoffs, Dame put in work. We also know Dame ain't scared of the moment. And we know Dame will hit electrifying big shots to break your spirit. So that's what we need to take in consideration. I agree about the defense, but his offense is better than any player we might have ever had. Offensively skilled. The only person I could even kind of compare is Ray Allen. Romero Hill, what's good, bro? Salute, broski. Salute. Glad to have you in the chat, bro. Shout out. Kenny Mack said, I need a good bench, though, because the bench we had this year was trash. You know what, though, Kenny Mack? Was it trash or was it not utilized correctly? Did Bud not utilize our bench correctly? I feel there was talent on the bench, but Bud taking people in and out. How many times this year would let's just say Bobby P get hot, right? And then Bud just take him out the game. He just scored 8 straight points, and then Bud just take him out the game. I think that was a problem, was how our bench was utilized. Do we need to get younger and a better bench? Absolutely. But I also think our bench was underutilized significantly. Let's just look at the Jay Crowder situation. Seven Z said, want Giannis to mix it up, some drive, some post up to save his body for the long season. I agree with that. But what I'm saying, I just want him around the paint. I don't want him shooting threes. I don't even want him shooting deep jumpers. I want him all elbow type of jumpers at best around the free throw line. That's where his jumpers. He shouldn't be shooting threes unless we're up 15 or 20. Then he can shoot a three. There needs to be parameters and rules in place before he can shoot a three. Hold on, I saw something here I wanted to talk about here. Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay, Pastor Mendo said, it isn't like Chris is much better than Dame on defense. We don't lose much. See, that's a fact. Hey, y'all, Chris has fell off defensively, offensively. Chris has taken a step back. We can't blame it on injuries. I think it's just age at this point. Mileage and the injuries that have stacked up over time. Chris Middleton ain't no defensive stalwart no more. He was getting cooked out there just like Bobby P, Grayson, and the rest of them. His offense was just better in the playoffs that kind of masked it. But his defense is trash, and he's a turnover machine. Let's not sleep on Chris Middleton's turnovers this year. How many games, even though he played 33 games, that he had 5 turnovers, 4 turnovers? Hey y'all, we gotta be real. Let's keep it 100, y'all. Let's keep it real. Hold on, y'all. You get my young power supply here, y'all. Give me a minute so we don't have no issues. All right, there we go. We back in the game. Tony Jackson said, will Dame stay healthy, though? Let me ask you this, bro. Do you actually even think Dame was actually hurt like that, or he just didn't want to play because he knew he wasn't playing for nothing? He might be saving his body. Why would he want to play every game for Portland? He know they ain't going nowhere. What's the point? Just saying. I don't know if all those injuries were legit. Kenny Mack said at least a good 6. Yeah, we still got Bobby P, so Bobby P would be the 6th man. And do you guys want to keep Jay Crowder? Or are you guys cool on Jay Crowder? Or do you want him to have one more year? Do we want to keep Jay Crowder, y'all? What y'all think? Dark Kent said the truth. I kind of agree with you on Dame low-key. Okay, the truth. You got some support in here. The truth said we need a bigger guard to cause other mismatches on the floor with Giannis. Okay, give me an example of the type of guard. I know like a Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, but I don't think he's a reasonable person that would be available. So what other options will we have for a bigger guard? Kenny Mack said Bobby B did his part. I agree. He was a sixth, almost. He should have been sixth man of the year. So yeah, we have a sixth man. So we just need to fill out around that. 7Z said Dame for Middleton equals highway robbery. Dame is an all NBA, while Middleton is not even an all-star. Pat is a backup. But the thing you got to think about, 7Z, if that trade were to happen, the benefit for Portland would be is that they would have that coming off the books next year, so they would have that cap space to go after whoever they wanted. That's why it's not a robbery. Kenny Mack said Crowder, we never know if he was washed or Bud just didn't want to use him. That's the thing. That's why I'm asking y'all, do you guys want to give Crowder another chance? I feel like we have to, giving up 5 second-round picks for him. I feel like we got to give him one more year. And he have a full offseason under his belt. And then if he's washed, we get rid of him by All-Star or by the trade deadline, because he has a name, he has a rep, and I think somebody would take him. Dark Kent said at 7, Middleton got a chip before Dame, though. But Middleton, Dame never had no Giannis either, though, bro. Let's not do that. Dame never had no Giannis type player, bro. Chris is bigger and more valuable because he can play multiple positions that Dame can't. Is he still that player, though, the truth? This is what he used to be able to do. Can he do that now, though? That's the question. I don't think he got it anymore. He said, y'all keep forgetting Chris was playing injured this season. That's fine. That's fine. He's been injured multiple times over multiple seasons, though. That's the thing. I know the truth. I get where you're coming from. I'm just cool on Chris. I'm just cool at this point. If they keep him, that's fine, but it has to be an extensive discount. If he's talking about trying to get $40 million or some dumb stuff, get him up out of here. I really want him up out of here no matter what, but especially if he asking for $40 million. Jimmy Roller said Middleton is slow. Shout out to Jimmy Roller. What up, bro? Middleton is a slower, less clutch than Dame. If we get our powers on Dame, it will get dark for the league. That's what I think y'all are underestimating the respect that Dame gets and his impact offensively. You got to start guarding Dame at half court. You can't let Dame walk up the court and get the chucking. He's going to hit. I saw in the last live somebody was showing Dame's stat. Dame's shooting percentage is slightly lower due to he's the only person the defense focuses on. If he comes to Milwaukee, they're focusing on Giannis. He is going to get looks and he is going to kill. He is going to be dropping. I'm going to tell you this. If he comes here, he's dropping 25 plus a game. When is the last time the Bucks have had two players that average 25 points a game? Take your time. I'll wait. You don't think that's going to have an impact where you got two players averaging 25 plus? Y'all wildin'. Lee Bruce said, what's the furthest Dame going to postseason? Western Conference Finals where they lost against the Golden State Warriors. It was him and CJ McCollum. That's his best second. Dame's second best player was CJ McCollum, who was a step below Chris Middleton, in my opinion. So, yeah. Yep, he made the Western Conference. Yep, he did. Passamendo said Dame was shut down for a quarter of the season this year. He wasn't injured like that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he's saving his body for a real, to wherever he's going to end. He's going somewhere this offseason. Don't get it confused. He will be going somewhere this offseason, and I think that he knew that. I think he was saving his body, to be honest. If we wanted more for Dame, I think Portland would want Chris. I think they would want Bobby P and Grayson. And no, that's too much. I wouldn't even do that trade at that point. Portland would be wilding. You get $40 million off the books, plus you getting a 6 Man of the Year candidate and a quality bench player. No, that's too much for Dame. No. I'm thinking Chris and Grayson or Pat, and that's it. That's it. just to make the salaries work. Because Chris would be at $40 million, and then you got $10 million for Pat, the 50, and I think that's about what Dame made. So that would kind of be a balanced trade at that point. I'm not giving Portland Bobby and Chris. Hell, oh no, they're wilding. Great point, Boots. Hoping Beauchamp takes a bigger role. Beauchamp making a leap in minutes and just overall ability is going to be huge for this team going forward. Because if we keep Bobby and we have Beauchamp coming off the bench, that's going to be huge. I think that's going to be huge. Big Ken 87 said I would for one more year. So you keep Crowder for one more year? I'm not against it. I think we have to. We gave up 5 picks. We just can't quit on him. Gibson Nicholas said give him one more year. I agree. Salute Buzz, but he never really knew how to adjust. Sometimes as a coach, you must get out of your comfort zone and truly coach. Yeah, Bud never got out of his comfort zone. And the problem why I don't have no sympathy for Bud, it's not like he didn't know what was going on. Everybody in the media was saying Bud didn't make adjustments. And his arrogance still didn't let him make adjustments. So he got what he deserved. And I actually think it's a couple years too late, to be honest. I would have fired him after we won a championship. Because I'm ill like that. But I would have fired him after that. Like, you did what you could, but we know we got lucky. We got to get somebody in here that can keep us winning chips. Okay, the truth said Dame will hurt us. All that stuff Dame do in the West won't work in the East where teams are based off defense. Okay. I beg to differ, but I would love to see him try. Daniel Orton said 5-second picks. Yeah, we need one more year out of my guy Crowder. I agree. And then he'll off season and getting his legs back. I think that too. I agree with that. Passamendo said, I feel like we have to keep Crowder only because of the 5 second-round picks. If it was less, I would let him walk. I don't know if we want to do another PJ situation. Agreed. And he's better than PJ Tucker, too. Let's be clear. The truth said, try to acquire Amon Thompson on draft night or Anthony Black. Okay. Ain't that T. Black's son, Anthony Black? His dad is Terry Black from Milwaukee, right? I used to hoop with T. Black back in the day. He went to Mesmer. Gibson Nicholas said Kyle Kuzma. I like Kyle Kuzma, but who would you trade him for? Would you do a straight up for Middleton? What would be your trade scenario to get Kyle Kuzma? All right, Lee Bruce said Dame made the conference finals once and got swept. Okay, but who was his team? It was just him and CJ. They had nobody else. Remember, Nurkic got hurt. Y'all acting like Dame had a squad and got cooked. Come on, man. Y'all going too far. Dark Kid said, hell no, Sour Crowder can go. Hilarious. He said he made the second round twice and gentlemen swept both times 4-1. You tell me his team and you thought that his team had a chance. Y'all acting like Dame has some killers on his team, man. Come on, y'all. Seven Z said if Portland moves Dame, they want young players and draft picks, not for an over. You're 7Z. The thing is, if we traded Chris for Dame, right? Chris we either sign and trade or just trade him as is. He picked up his player option for 1 year, and then that $40 million would come off the books. So that would be a positive for Portland. That would be a positive because that would give them a lot of free cap space. Kenny Mack said, I think Portland would take Middleton, but I fear Portland would trade him or waive him and keep they pick, but we would get something. Yeah, agreed. Lee Bruce said once versus Drew in the past. Yeah, but do you remember what the Pelicans were doing? They were doubling Dame at half. Soon as he came across half court, they were doubling Dame, getting the ball out of his hands. Again, great coaching decision. It wasn't like Dame was tricking shots. He wasn't even getting a chance to shoot. They were doubling him, getting the ball out of his hands, which was smart. But you are right. Booth said they do need offense in the playoffs, and that's one thing that Dame is gonna give you is offense. We know that. Passamento said Dame was averaging almost as much as Giannis this year. Chris Peak was 22. Thank you, Passamento. Thank you, sir. Absolutely. Thank you, sir. 7Z said Portland was tanking this season. Agreed. Dame wouldn't put up the same number. No, we're not saying that. But he would give you at least 25. You don't think... Y'all are tripping, bro. You don't think that Dame, him and Giannis can't average 25 apiece? Come on, man. Y'all tripping. Do y'all know... Y'all better look at Dame's career numbers and think about the players he's played with to put up those numbers. Man, listen. If we get Dame, Dame is going to come over here cooking. He going to have his apron on. That I assure you. And let me ask, let's just say we got Dame. Does the coach matter if we get Dame? Do you still care about the coach as much? Or would you just be like, oh, we got enough offense now. We should be able to cook no matter what. Lee Bruce said Harden ain't put up close to the numbers he used to put up when he was the one option. But when he was the one option, that was many years ago, bro. And that was before the hamstring injury. You don't think he wants to average 30 now? It has nothing to do with him playing with Embiid. He can't do it anymore. His body won't allow him to do it, and he never took care of his body. He took care of the strippers in the club, but he didn't take care of his body. That is where he messed up. Shout out to Harden, no disrespect. The King of Diamonds legend. 7Z Crowder, depending on the price, $2 million per year. I think he's gonna want a little bit more than that, but I feel you. Jimmy Roller said, yeah, facts. Glad I wasn't the only one that thought Bud had to go after we won the chip. Yeah, I would have fired him after that. I'm dead real. Yo, he would have been gone because I would have known by watching. We won that chip had nothing to do with anything Bud was doing. Period. Crowder's not better than PJ Tucker. 7Z, I can't agree with that. PJ Tucker is defense and a corner three. Crowder has a way more well-rounded game and has way more impact offensively at the least. Dark Hint, you would take Tucker over Sauer Crowder too? Y'all, I don't know about that. I can't do that. This is an excellent point by the Truth. Why I say that, because that's an actual great example of a former coach for the Bucks. Don Nelson was a futuristic coach. I'm not against that at all. That's a great point, the Truth. Kenny Mack said we need some scorers that can play solid. I agree, but we need we need people. You guys got to understand, we have so many scoring lulls this season where if Giannis wasn't scoring, Drew was off, Middleton. We need somebody that can get bona fide buckets and can get to the rack. That's what I said Dame would excel at. Dame isn't just a shooter. He's a scorer. He gets a lot of free throw attempts. That's going to impact the game. If him and Giannis are being physical and attacking the rack, that's going to just change the concept of this team. I'm telling y'all, I hope we get Dame now. I just want y'all to see what I'm talking about. I hope we get Dame. Gibson said trade Chris for Kyle Kuzma. In a straight up trade? Nah, we need more than just Kuzma. We need more than Kuzma. Romero Hill said, being honest, Bud is truly like McCarthy when he coached the Packers. Never made any adjustments. Fair point. Absolutely. Shout out. The Truth said, if we gonna move Chris because of $40 million, what sense does it make to take Dame for the 50 with the whole point of Chris getting moved to save money to bring more valuable? He would be the Dame would be the valuable help, bro. Who was the last scorer that we've had in over the history of the Bucks that can score like Dame? Let's start there. You tell me the players that have put up Dame's numbers in the Bucks history besides Giannis and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who are Hall of Famers. And then when people were talking about the scoring before, never forget, we had Sam Cassell, Ray Allen, and Big Dog all averaging 20 plus. Don't forget. Don't forget. So it's possible. Don't forget. Kenny Mack said, what college Dame play for? I think it was Weber State, right? I think it was Weber State he played for, bro. 7Z said cap space is useless. Star players don't want to go to Portland, but people want to get paid. If that bag big enough, they'll go to Portland, bro. Trust me. Romero Hill said, with us getting a new head coach, some positions and time may change for some players. I agree. A lot of things have changed. I think that's why we haven't made any personnel moves yet until we figure out who our coach is. But I do want the Bucks to take their time and get the right guy as our head coach. Seven C said, yeah, Dame and Giannis still ain't. We still would have Drew Holiday though, bro. Y'all acting like we're trading Chris. We're not trading Chris and Drew. We're keeping Drew. Trade Chris and Pat or Grayson, whoever else they need besides Bobby P. So we would have Dame, Drew as the backcourt. Yes, it'd be a smaller backcourt, but it would be an electrifying backcourt. And then we would have Giannis as our main starter. And we don't know what's going to happen with Lopez either, but I would like to move Lopez. Passamino said, Dame give us offense in the half court and is a solid playmaker. The two things we're lacking heavy on. Who cares if we drop a bit of defense if our offense is so much better? It has to be give and take. That's what I'm saying. It has to be. We weren't scoring when we needed to. We had scoring lows. Nobody else could score. Dame gonna get them buckets. That's what Dame does. He gets buckets in bunches. My boy Sal Cali, what's good, bro? Currently doing 16 hours of work. I love the live videos. Shout out to Sal. I try to do it. I love politicking with y'all. You got to think about how much intelligent conversation and high-level basketball IQ conversations are going on this channel in this comment section. It ain't no fools in here, man. That's why the right people are on this channel, bro. It ain't no fool. Look through this comment section. It ain't one dumb comment in here. Not one. Y'all go on anybody else's channel talk about Bucks. Go through they comments. See all the foolishness is in there. We've weeded out all the knuckleheads. Now these are basketball purists and Bucks purists in here now. That's why these conversations go this way. Shout out to the chat. These are like Ivy League conversations we having about the Bucks right now. Dark Kent, sorry, Amrod, take Bradley Beal over Dame if he's available. Y'all was just talking about injuries, right? And then you're going to talk about Bradley Beal? Come on, man. I just want to know the animosity against Dame. What did Dame do? Besides talk crazy the other day, I understand that. But are we forgetting that Dame Dollar is a top 75 player of all time? Damian Lillard is a top 75 player in NBA history. Not this era, not the 80s, 90s, of all time. And you guys are taking a deuce on a player that's top 75 all time is wild, y'all. Come on, chat. Come on, chat. Y'all can't be like that. Y'all telling me you get Dame, that don't make no difference to this team? Come on, man. Come on, man. Kenny Mack said, I think PJ Tucker, a free agent. Would the Bucks bring him back? It depends at the price. It wouldn't hurt. It would make us a lot stiffer on defense. I wouldn't be mad at it. Nabel said, why are the Bucks doing? We can't search coaches from college. We need NBA coach. That's not all necessarily true, Nabel. The reason I say that, I get what you're saying, but then if you get the right college coach, maybe they'll have some type of revolutionary system, kind of like what someone said earlier about like Don Nelson with the more futuristic approach and bring something different to the table. I'm not against that. Let's not be against a college coach just because they coach college. Let's not be against that. You never know. We've had great coaches come from college. Passamendo said Prime Crowder and Prime PJ are pretty close. They do different things, though. In the current forms, I'm taking Crowder. That's all I'm saying. That's it. That's it. In the current form, I'm still taking Crowder. Romero Hill said, Broski, do you think we'll get... No, I think Mark Jackson out of there. I don't know what's up with Mark Jackson, what he's doing in these interviews, but if he needs to learn how to interview, tell him to holler at your boy. I'll teach you how to do how to moonwalk through an interview. I'll teach you. I'm cold at interviewing. Cold. Bucks number 1 said, I'm a huge Bucks and Giannis fan, but I know deep down he's not the best player in the league. He can't hit free throws and he has no jumper. I'm not gonna just keep denying it if he's got to work this summer. He's got to work this summer. Damn, Bucks number 1 with the smoke with no hesitation. Jesus. Bucks number 1 came in with the truth serum. I'm not going to say he's not the best player in the league, but that free throw and that jumper is definitely a huge Achilles heel. I agree. Passamendo said Towns is a solid option if we move on from, but he is, but he going to cost a lot. I think he just signed a new contract. But I would like Karl Anthony Towns. I like Karl Anthony Towns. Nabel said, let's trade for D Rose. D Rose, we could probably trade him and get for essential water and some Jake's corned beef sandwiches. He ain't doing nothing over there. Yeah, we can get D Rose. We wouldn't even have to give up no draft picks. We can just give them cash considerations. I wouldn't mind. Lee Bruce said PJ 40. He's washed. Kenny Mack said, I don't care about shooting threes. Nothing wrong with hit. How long have I been saying that, Kenny Mack? 2 points still count, bro. I don't know what would be wrong with people with this 3-point foolishness. No, Dark Kent said at Nabel trade for D Rose. Bucks might as well keep. I don't think the D Rose would cost anything, bro, to keep it real. I don't think D Rose would be any type of difficult acquisition. 7Z said Amherst Logic, different era. Today's era is so much easier to score. I agree. Same like the NFL. I agree. Boots said at Bucks number 1, he just needs to play a little bit more like a big in the playoffs, and Bucks just need a piece or two, and I think they fine. Yeah, I agree. Well, I'm not asking Giannis to be a world beater. He just needs to shoot 70% from the free throw line, and just even at the jumpers, just around 40% would be all we need, and he would be good. Man, Lee Bruce said, man, Lakers led all game and are now getting blown out in the fourth. Yeah, they were. You think them old dudes can run up and down for 4 quarters in that high altitude? The PEDs don't kick in at high altitude for LeBron. So, yeah, he going to fall back a little bit. They're an older team. So, yeah, they going to get ran out the building. They might get swept. The Lakers low-key might get swept. Here comes the debate. The truth said, how's Giannis not the best player because he can't shoot and miss free throws? What the hell was Shaq in 2000? None of that shooting issues matters when you're dominant like they are. Agreed. But the truth, what we will say about Shaq hit free throws when they mattered most. Let's not forget that about Shaq. Shaq will even tell you, I always hit free throws when it mattered. Let's not forget that about Shaq. Kenny Mack said D Rose, he would fit, but for how long he ain't thinking about retiring. No, he's still cashing checks. He got a family. And he would be closer to Chicago, so Milwaukee would actually be a great fit for D Rose, and that's not going to cost. Us getting D Rose is not going to break the bank, y'all. It's not going to break the bank. Kenny Hold on, let me get this here. Kenny Mack said Nuggets finna kill the Lakers. Yeah, the Nuggets are a well coached team and they're deep. Booth said AD, Jimmy, Joker this playoffs. I think I would say Jimmy number one because he's the number one option and he doesn't have anybody to play off of like LeBron. So I would say Jimmy number one, AD 2, and Joker 3. I could put Joker at 2, AD at 3. Because Murray's good, but he's not a LeBron. So I still think those are 3, but I would just put them in a different order, though. Co-sign on that, though. Okay. The Bucks number 1 said the truth. The problem is he would average damn near 40 points if he made his free throws and had a jumper, so he doesn't turn over the ball a lot when contested in the paint. The truth, that's a valid point. The truth is coming with all types of smoke. The truth is letting off cannons on everybody. Screw D Rose. He didn't want to play with us last year, so why pick him up when he now needs a team to play for? D Rose can go retire. Jesus. Okay, the truth. I see you. Lee Bruce said AD stinks offensively tonight, but that's to be expected. He plays good every other game, so he'll have a good game in LA. I think that he's Kenny Mack said Dame and Giannis would be like Kidd and Booker, something like that. Something like that. Booth said, I do think adding Dame would help for the next 1 or 2 seasons if that's the route we want to take. That's what I'm saying. It's not. Regardless of what y'all think about Dame, Dame would be an upgrade from Chris Middleton. Pasamindo said Beal has an even worse contract than Dame. Plus, Beal has a no trade clause. Beal just wants to chase money at this point. I agree. He don't care about winning. Seven Z said, why no Dame? He's small, over 30, no defense, max contract. But he got max offense, though, too. The truth said, see why y'all don't see what y'all don't see is even with Giannis missing free throws, his impact at 75% is still better than everyone else in the league. I agree. He definitely has a huge impact. Nobody's denying that, but not making free throws does hurt. Dark Ken said, telling y'all Michael Porter Jr. killing in the Western Conference here. He has potential. He definitely has a lot of potential. Lee Bruce said, mate, Jamal Murray going nuts here. Let him kill the Lakers. I hate the Lakers. I ain't never been no Lakers fan. I ain't never been a Lakers fan my whole life. Kenny Mack said, college systems work in the NBA too. I think so. I would agree with that. It's just for the players to buy in, but I think that a college system would work in the NBA. Jimmy Roller said, yeah, Giannis free throws are sus and can't shoot. He'll still dominate. He's still averaging 30 plus, y'all, and tricking free throws. So let's be clear. Let's be clear. Ooh. Gibson Nicholas said we need to get Jordan Poole to come home. Let me tell you something. With the stuff I've allegedly heard in the streets, he don't want to come home. Not like that. Not the hoop. Nah. To visit, to play for the Bucks, I don't think Jordan Poole want that. I'm going to keep it real. He don't want to do that. Pastor Mendo said D Rose be like a dragon, sitting on the bench, not doing anything. Come on, bro. Hilarious. The truth said it only means less when you have YMCA teammates surrounding you. Yo, the truth, you have been unloading the Draco today. Shout out to the truth. He's been unloading the Draco today. Him and 7Z. Full clip, 100 rounds. Jesus. Buck City TV said, I wouldn't mind giving Sam Cassell a try. I'm not even saying a try. Just interview the man. Let's see what he got to say. Tony Jackson, man, you want me to try them corned beef sandwiches? It's a fire corned beef sandwiches in the city, bro. I don't want to start the argument, but it's a fire in the city. It's a fire in the city. Big Ken 87 said they said Nick Nurse is interviewing with the Sixers next week. Interesting. 7Z said Giannis need to make jump hooks his go-to shot. That's not a bad idea, actually, 7Z. That's actually not a bad idea at all. Kind of like that little jump hook thing that Bobby P does. I don't mind that. Marjan Bucks #1 said Marjan got to start next season at shooting guard. He's exactly what we need: energy, great paint scorer, as well as a shooting ability. Interesting statement. I actually not against that. I think right now Marjan is better than Pat Connaughton and Grayson. Y'all let me know if I'm tripping in the comment section. I wouldn't mind Marjan starting next year, actually. That's not a bad idea. Kenny Mack said this Giannis team fed him the ball and he let him pass to a good look. Okay. Lee Bruce said, I need the Lakers to win and 2 more LeBron rebounds to win $115 from a $250 bet. Shout out to Lee Bruce. I see you on the gamble side of the game. Are you serious? Lee Bruce said, had LeBron and Jokic triple doubles, AD double double, and Lakers win it at 45. Oh, okay. Dark Kent, Jimmy a general. He leading his team being an AC. Yeah. Jimmy's the #1 player in the playoffs right now. Hands down. Lee Bruce said, Austin Reeves, you gangster. 7Z said, Shaq drew 3 to 4 guys while Giannis tries to beat 4 guys off the dribble. Giannis needs to learn from Jokic and just get to the mid. Yes, in the paint. Who can handle Giannis in the paint? Nobody. That's the answer. Giannis in the paint will be the equivalent of alkaline 10 pH water. The further out he goes, by the time he gets to the 3-point line, he Flint, Michigan water. He needs to be in the paint, period. Shout out, Passamindo. Appreciate you stopping through, bro. I'll catch y'all later. Got to go charge my phone in my car since the electrical issue isn't going to be fixed till the morning. Damn, sorry about that, Passamindo. Hope that get situated soon, bro. Giannis do get the middle. The problem is his surrounding cast. Okay, the truth. Okay. I can smoke a bag of that. Yep. Jimmy Roller said facts. 7Z said Bobby has good offensive move. I don't understand why Giannis doesn't. You got to want to learn that stuff. But like somebody mentioned earlier with that jump hook, that would be a great go-to move for Giannis. That little jump hook or a half floater type thing. That would be excellent for Giannis, in my opinion. Lee Bruce said LeBron just blew a layup to make it a 2-point game. Shaking my head. I'm not going to go off on LeBron, but LeBron ain't clutch like that. I actually expect that type of conduct from him to keep it real. Shout out for the DBZ reference. Daniel Orton said Jimmy Butler went Broly on us. Yeah, he definitely went Broly on us, bro. For sure went Broly. For sure. And the problem was we got Kakarot and Giannis. We thought that we had Vegeta and Middleton, but he turned out to be Krillin. That's the problem. We thought Chris Middleton was going to be Vegeta. He ended up being Krillin. That's what the problem was. Gibson Nicholas said, when will they hire the coach? It's taking too long. They got to go through the process. This is the most coveted job in the NBA to keep it real, in my opinion, is for the Bucks. Z, no, Butler is not #2, bro. Who is Butler's second best player on that team compared to Jokic's second best player? That's the difference, bro. That's why I say that Jokic has a better supporting cast than Oh, William, I didn't even see you make it in the chat, bro. Hold on. Shout out to William Johnson. Big love, Bucks Nation. Shout out to William Johnson. I didn't even see you made it in here. Shout out to William Johnson. Get them likes up. Yes, sir. It's free. Just hit the like button when you come in. It's free. Just like you checking in at work. Just hit the button. Kenny Mack said, can't nobody guard Giannis when he's driving in the paint. That's fair. Unless he's somebody step in front of him for a charge. That's the problem, too. Giannis gets a lot of charges. He got to figure that out, too. Giannis get way too many offensive fouls. And the thing is, you can see it being telegraphed. And I know he sees somebody in front of him, and he still goes straight ahead. It's wild sometimes with Giannis. Giannis go G sometimes. My boy Max in the chat. What up, Max? Glad you slid through, bro. What up, famo? What up? Big Bucks in here. Yes, sir. You know how we do. Let me sum this up for the people. Either Giannis is your playmaker or Giannis is your finisher. The problem is Giannis has to play everything. Yeah, I see where you going. Big Kid 87 said, yep, I ain't sleep yet. I'm finna eat some cereal. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Daniel Orton said Krillin. Yeah, he did turn to Krillin. You know what I'm talking about, Daniel. You know. We're not going to go off into all the references, but you understand the point I was trying to make, sir. Shout out to Daniel. Max said Giannis got to cook these fools next year. I really think Lou looking at the Bucks like a new chapter. You know, we haven't even talked about Tyronn Lue. What is up with Tyronn Lue? Is he still an option, y'all? What's up with Tyronn Lue? Kenny Mack, ain't nothing wrong with Giannis being a Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan got a fistful of rings. That's not a bad person to pattern your game after. Real talk. The Truth said Giannis coming back strong next season. We got to worry about who's the coach and who's the teammate. Agreed. But it's getting kind of late, y'all. I'm going to get up out of here. We'll go live again this weekend, y'all. Shout out to Bucks Nation. Shout out to the chat. Another great, intelligent conversation in this live. Make sure y'all share the content. Tell y'all Bucks friends. If y'all want to come debate about Bucks talk, this is the channel you need to go to. We dropping all the gems. Ain't nothing but jewels being dropped on these lives. Y'all feel me on that? Can I get a thumbs up? All we doing is dropping jewels in here and telling the truth. No pun intended to my boy, the Truth. That's all we doing is speaking with the people, how the people feel. Y'all follow me? So I'm Amara. This is Amara's Logic. This is a video where we were just strictly talking about the new coaching candidates for the Bucks, options looking forward, cultures that we would want to see, and player movement as well. So I hope to see y'all in the next live. Please comment, like, subscribe, share the content. Gone. Man, I got the best channel on the internet, man. Who talks? Man, listen. Y'all the truth, man. Y'all the truth. Shout out. Gone.